So there we go. Okay, so it says talking about Bliss Kiss sale and nail care with Anna. Hey Megan, how are you? It just amazes me how fast you guys show up. Aren't notifications great? It's so nice when we get these notifications on our phone saying, hello, hey Grant, I know exactly where you are. How many freaking accounts do you have? You've got that one that's got numbers and anyway. So it's great fun when we get these notifications like, hey, somebody started a live. Rhea, hello, darling. Lashani? Hi, Jenny. I'm glad you said Jenny. Grant, here we go again. You know what, Grant? I'm pretty sure if you've got like 5 accounts, I'm going to learn who you are. Isabel, hello. Pinkalicious Swirl, you're back. Woohoo, good morning. Hi, Anna. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Julie. Anyway, I've got so many of you. Roaring Tiger, hello. You know what, you guys? I'm sorry, an apology, because I said yesterday that I would write down all the questions that I got to that I didn't get to, and it was Sunday, and I was doing gardening, and I forgot. So hopefully, if you guys asked questions, you'll ask them again. I'm going to be doing a live today, obviously, and tomorrow. And then I am traveling for a few days down to Southern California for a coaching class, and then I'll be back. So then I'll be going back to my normal routine of not this week of every Thursday, but the following week. Maybe I'll do a couple next week just because I don't want to go for a week and a half without having you guys chat with me and ask questions. Plus I'll miss you guys. Pato, Luna, Anna, I'm a dominant right hand person, but my left hand nails are longer. Yes, that is completely normal. And that is because usually our dominant hand, we use it more often. We use it a lot. If you pay attention to like how you're going through life, you're going to be picking things up with your dominant hand way more often. And so as a result, that can lead to more breaks or little chips on the sides, which then cause you to file them down a little bit more. So yes, that's completely normal. And like I was telling you yesterday, if you want your nails to be the same length, so as these are getting, so I'm right-handed, as these are kind of getting shorter, and if you don't want these to get longer where it's very obvious, which by the way, I don't think is completely as obvious as a lot of us like to think they are, unless they're super short on one side and super long on the other, because most people are not watching both of our hands at the same time. So but if you want to be able to make them exactly the same, because I'm a little bit OCD about that, it's like, oh, they need to be the same. Anyway, you stick them together like this, and that's how you can test the length, and you just match your cuticle lines, and as you can see, those two are not the same. So if that helps, lots of hellos. Grant, I have the one with numbers. This one, my main account, is a beauty account and a nail account. Yikes. I know, for some of you guys, you end up having, like, if you have different hobbies and you want to have different accounts, it gets hard to take care of and manage and all of that stuff. So I'm impressed, Grant. Okay, Simone, hello. Lots of hellos. Hola. Kate, what's up, girly? What's up, girly? Oh, goodness. Well, let's see. I want to talk about this morning. Crazy morning. And it gets even crazier when the guy we've hired to help us with maintenance on the property, he comes like 3 or 4 times a week. And if he needs to chit chat with me about what does he need to do, what's the priority, and right now it's painting everything, then somehow he messes up my whole mojo for the morning, just because it's lovely to chat with him, and then I go out and then I come back and I realize, oh my gosh, 20 or 30 minutes is gone, and I'm like, so I had literally 15 minutes to get makeup on, do all of the stuff, and I turned on the lights and went, but I've got 3 lights on me. Hopefully I won't get too hot. It's going to be like 84 degrees, and I know a lot of you in really, really warm climates are like 84. Yeah, we're wilting at 84, but it's a higher humidity. So, and I used to live in Southern California, so I do know the dry heat thing. And yes, I am okay up until about 90 degrees in Southern California. Okay, let's get into some questions. Anna, I would like to know if using a nail hardener is bad for nails or not. Okay, so what makes nail hardeners and nail strengtheners? Actually, nail hardeners, there's a couple of them that say actually hardener. They do say on their ingredient list that they contain resin, or formaldehyde. Sorry, formaldehyde is a gas, so it's very hard for it to stay in suspension of anything. So most of what we see on the market are nail strengtheners, and what they do is that they have interlinking ingredients that work on your nails kind of like the way a corset works around a woman's waist. It sort of just pulls everything in and holds it tighter. So it's going to make your nails harder. And if you're going to whack your nails into a hard surface, the hard surface will win unless your nails actually bend when you're whacking them. So for nail hardeners, or I'm sorry, nail strengtheners are fine if your nails are really short and you're having a lot of trouble because you just can't seem to get those tips, get past the edge. A nail strengthener can help you with that. The problem with nail strengtheners is that when your tips get longer like mine, then they're too hard and they won't bend. So there is this fine balance of I can use a strengthener up into a point, and then if my nails are getting longer, then I want to switch to several layers of regular polish because that's more flexible. And so that will help support your nails so that they feel stronger and harder, but the polish is actually flexible, so it will bend too. And for those of you who whacked your nail really good, that polish really helps because it will then help in the bend and the stress fracture that happens. And you'll notice that ended up being a oh, goodness, coffee, please kick in. It will be a stress fracture. Doug he wrote the book Nail Structure and Product Chemistry. They are actually called fissures. Not most of us go around saying fissure, but that's the technical term of when you get this little stress bend and it really won't go back together. And the nail oil will help it glue a little bit, but it will always be there and it will always be a weak point until it grows out. So I hope that answers it. Also, if you need more information where I really get into depth about those ingredients, go to nailcarehq.com, and you can, in the search bar, you can type in nail strengtheners. You could also go to Google and put nail strengtheners and nailcarehq.com in there, and it will deliver you the articles that I've written. Okay, Rhea. I love all your questions, Rhea. What? Oh, this one's easy. What's the email address I can send you the pictures of my nails as you asked me? You can always send everything, any questions you guys have, to info@myblisskiss.com. And if you want it to get directly to me quicker, go to Anna@myblisskiss.com. My team looks through those just to make sure that we get all the spam out, and then I'm able to answer those. Okay. Hardeners, Jennifer on Facebook, and you shared my review of the Bliss Kiss mat on your YouTube. Oh, yay! Good job, Jade. Would you do an overnight hydration before starting the 3-day treatment? That is an excellent question, Crystal. I actually don't know. I think it's very interesting because it actually could make it work so that you don't have to do a whole 3-day hydration treatment, which means that may be really good for people who ask me and say, I have to work 6 days a week. I don't have time to do a 3-day challenge because my hands are in water all the time and blah, 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 whatever. And so that may be a great solution that I can offer people is just do the overnight hydration treatment. Play with it, try it. I'm always my own science experiment. So It certainly couldn't hurt, I will tell you that. So, oh, roaring tiger, I'll miss these daily lives. I know but you know what, you guys, I don't wear makeup every day. And I probably wouldn't be as crazy about wearing makeup if these weren't going on YouTube forever and ever ad infinitum. So I'm like, at least I gotta look good for these things. So, yeah. Is it better to rub in the cuticle oil or let it soak in? Both. So, you know, you're not going to be able to really push that oil into it. It has to soak it up like a sponge. So that part for your nails, not a whole lot of rubbing is necessary on your nail plate, just a little bit. Where the rubbing becomes very important is your nail matrix, which is back here right behind your cuticle line, and that is where your nail cells are created. And one of the I'll tell you the three scientifically proven ways to make your nails grow faster. 1, get pregnant. That is certainly not an option for a lot of us, and I have no interest in getting pregnant again. 4 kids is plenty. It's enough to, I'm on that borderline of going crazy sometimes. The second way is to move somewhere warm. And the third way is to damage your nails, which is interesting because the body instantly knows that if you have lost a fingernail or something, this is very important to protect. So fingernails will protect the tips of our fingers. And they also make it so that we can do things like scratch and dig and all of those kind of things. So I don't, and nail biters, they don't know it, but their nails are growing faster, but they're biting it off as fast as it's growing. So what that rubbing does is it stimulates the matrix, and it brings more blood flow. So it, in a sense, is like moving somewhere warm. So if we just spend a little bit of time massaging that, you will actually grow better nails. Okay. Plus the nails on your non-dominant hand grow faster, says Grant. I will have to look into that, pretty sure no. But because there's a section on that in Doug Shin's book, Nail Structure and Product Chemistry. No, but are different fingers. So, and I find this interesting when people say my middle finger grows the slowest, because statistically your middle finger grows almost twice as much as your other fingernails. So it's interesting. Sugar Baker, hi everyone. Natasha, can you do the Get Naked challenge every month? Yeah, I usually, once I've got my nails really, really well hydrated, if I've done the 3-day, or I'll do, I find that I don't need it very much anymore, the 3-day. Mostly because between every manicure, I'm doing a mini hydration. So I'll do it for 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours. Not that I'm counting odd or even hours kind of thing, but I'll just do it for a short amount of time. And if I have time, like I've just taken it off in the afternoon, I know I'm going to be going to bed, then I'll do an overnight hydration. But it just sort of depends on where I am and what I'm doing, and how much time I have for all of that. So I don't tend to need the 3-day anymore. So there we go. And it is highly possible that although Kirsten, my best friend Kirsten, is the magician behind creating the 3-day hydration challenge, it is entirely possible that we could end up moving to an overnight hydration. But the thing is, what's great about the 3-day is that it does take your skin time to heal. That's not going to just heal overnight, especially, and it's not going to soften and soak up the oil the way it does after you've been doing it for 3 days. So I think there's going to be a use for both of them at different times in our lives. Okay, Megan, my nail polish chips really quickly no matter how many coats or what brand of polish. I've tried your Fab 5 Mani Wrap, but it still chips. How can I make my manicure last longer? And Nails by Megan, are you the Megan who does the videos all the time? If you are, I love your videos. So what happens with, and I'm looking at your picture, and I think it's the short nails that I can't tell. It's hard to tell. If your nails are shorter, they are more, the polish is more inclined to chip. And the reason for that is when your nails are shorter, you use your fingertips to grab things. Whereas if you'll notice, when I pick things up, I'm picking them up with my finger, with the pads of my fingers, because I can't grab anything with my fingernails. So when your nails are shorter, you actually can grab things with the very, very tips of your fingers. So that's going to put more stress, wear and tear, rubbing against the polish there. So if you're chipping along the front edge, that's because of grabbing things and digging in your backpack and briefcase and all of these things that we do. It's gonna cause the polish to potentially chip. If it's chipping back here, that is because water is getting in underneath the polish. And so when water soaks into the nail plate and it gets underneath that polish, it lifts it, it separates that, which is how I got started on this whole darn journey 5.5 years ago, was how do I get my polish to stop chipping in the shower? Because it seemed like I'd spend 3 hours doing nail art and I'd get in the shower and it's ruined because five nails have chipped and it drove me nuts. Well, so it was chipping from here, from water absorption going from the underside all the way through, and it was breaking that polish bond. And then it was also getting in back here by the cuticle line. And you sort of can't help that one nearly as well, because you can't put polish all the way under your proximal fold. So you're always going to have this edge. And the very best way to keep that from chipping is oil. When you make sure that the nail plate has got plenty of oil back here, then it's much harder for the water to go down and underneath and lift it. So I hope that helps. And then there's some people who just seem to have nail plates that, I don't know if it's that they're a little oilier or what it is, but it's causing that bond to be broken. I hope that helps. Okay. Let me find some. In Oklahoma, it's in the hundreds. Yeah, I won't be moving to Oklahoma. It's too darn hot. You know why I don't like the heat? As much as I love the sun, heat gives me heat headaches and can turn into migraines. And so when I lived in Southern California, the act of going from, because everything is air conditioned, so you go from an air conditioned house into the heat, into an air-conditioned car, into the heat, into an air-conditioned grocery store or some other store, or into work, into another air-conditioned building. And by the time I've done that process of cold air, hot air, cold air, hot air, it's like that instant headache, and it's just not fun. So that's how we moved up here to the Pacific Northwest, because it's a lot cooler. And I actually really, as much as I love the heat too, it makes me so tired and so lethargic if I'm in it too much. So I like it. I don't like quite as much of the rain that we've got here, but you know what? We've got incredibly beautiful trees and beautiful sky, and that doesn't come without a lot of water. So Grant says it could be just genetics and body chemistry that screws with your polish. He was directing that at Megan. Very, very good tip. Yeah, that's, whenever I ask Doug Schoon, somebody's having this problem, and he goes, it's probably just their body. It's just the way they are. So we try and do as much as we possibly can to help, but sometimes it's just really, really hard, especially once people have gotten, once they've acquired an allergic response to the ingredients in gel polish or acrylic, because once you've got it forever. And allergies are this strange thing. They can show up at any time in your life, and they can disappear at any time in your life. It's interesting because, and I learned this because Andrew, my oldest son, who just turned 16 yesterday, Holy cow, he turned 16. Okay, we need to get him driving. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, it'll come back to me. Gosh darn it, I hate it when this happens. Especially because it's like I get all of these thoughts and I'm trying to wrangle them and I'm trying to deliver them just right. So at least you guys are very forgiving. Let's see. So that must have been talking something about chemistry, body chemistry, blah, 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 blah. It'll come back. Or one of you will tell me. Can you put the lip balm on your hands? Yeah, absolutely. I don't see why not. It's a little bit of a different ratio of beeswax and lanolin than what's in the lotion stick. So the lotion stick is softer. Both of them are fairly soft products, but the lotion stick is softer. This big one will last you forever. But yeah, for sure, if I only have a lip balm and I am just feeling really, really dry because of whatever soap that I was using, my soaps at home are a lot nicer on my hands than when you're out and about using those restrooms. So yeah, I've used it in a pinch. Feels just as good. So I know you made Simply Peel for using its cuticle remover, with cuticle removers, and I know that they basically eat your skin, but are they damaging to the nail or do they eat away at the nail? Isabel, this is such a great question. The nail plate is dead. So once it leaves your cuticle line right back here and it turns transparent, it's dead. Just like I usually grab a section of my hair, but just like our hair, once it leaves our scalp, it's dead. So there's really nothing that you can do other than sanding it. Sanding down damages the nail plate. That is the one thing that I can think of. There's a few things. I talk about water too. Water is the most dangerous chemical to the nail plate because it actually penetrates all the way through, and it penetrates through and around the cells, but also, around them, but then also through the center of the cells. So they just poof up. Now, body oil and jojoba, our nail oil, can penetrate only between all of the cells. So that's why it takes so much longer for the oil to penetrate, and that's why the 3-day hydration is important also, because it does take time for that oil to really get in. So it doesn't eat away at the nail plate, and it's not damaging to the nail plate, because what it does is the ingredient in cuticle removers, and right now this is my favorite one. It could change, but I like this one because it's a thick gel and it's easier for it to stay right on your nail plate and not touch your skin. It's difficult, but it is possible. And what makes cuticle removers work is the cuticle is actually the dead skin on your nail plate. And so what the lye in the cuticle remover does is it's the very best ingredient for dissolving skin. And it does not care whether it's live skin or dead skin. So we want to get rid of this skin on the nail plate because polish doesn't stick to skin. As you know, because if you get it all over your fingers, you go in the shower, it's gone. It doesn't stick to skin. So we want that off so that we can have our manicures last longer, especially if we're doing nail art, especially for some of you who've spent like 8 hours doing nail art. We want that to last at least more than 3 days, right? At least I do. I'm so busy that I want a manicure to last 10 days, darn it. And sometimes I get there and sometimes I don't. So let's see. You have the cutest earrings. The ones that you were wearing on Friday, I think were adorable. They were like the colors of a peacock. Thanks for answering my question. That's why I bought those, because people who know me know that my favorite color is a peacock feather. Even my kids. What's your favorite color? Peacock feather, Mom. Actually, if I was to pick one color, it's this deep plum color. I love purple. And I discovered that I thought red was my favorite nail polish color. Nope, it's purple. I realized when I was doing those, I'm like, wow, I have a lot of purples. But yes, love, love, love peacock feathers. I can't see them here. oh, you can't, but back there is I have a fireplace mantle and one of those artificial fireplaces, but the mantle is gorgeous. And I have this big vase and it's full of easily an entire peacock's feathers that I collected on eBay years ago. God, probably 10 years ago now. Yeah, I was gonna do an art project that fanned out all of the peacock feathers, and so it was gonna be like a wall decoration, and I just never got around to it. So I have all of these peacock feathers that I collected, and it's really cool because people who own peacocks, they sell them on eBay, because what happens is, you know, like all birds, they lose feathers, and so they just go around collecting them and clean them up and then sell them on eBay. What a great thing. And it was way more cost effective than trying to go down to Michael's or Joann's and purchase them at like $1.99 a piece. So yes, I bought those because I love peacocks, and I was like, I have to have those. And those were, you know what, those were inexpensive ones. These, on the other hand, are the most expensive earrings that I own. They have opal in them, not diamonds, but they were a couple $100. And you know what's crazy? I don't know what it is about the studs, but after about 6 hours, my ears are burning. So my skin doesn't like it, but they sure are beautiful, right? Oh my gosh, I love them. Love. Dolly says, I can't even handle 25 degrees Celsius, which is something under 80 degrees. I'm with you, Dolly. Grant, I live in Georgia, the state of the most confusing weather, I swear. One day it's hotter than the desert, and then it's cold and rainy. So, you know what? With this global warming, sometimes I feel like that here too. No, there's no global warming. Okay. Continuing on from yesterday about splits going up the matrix, I never hit or had a serious injury on that nail, but still have that split, which makes my tip peel really badly. Something happened that you don't remember. And it could be just as simple as banging it on the edge of a counter. If you hit that spot just right and it's damaged enough, then that little section of the matrix won't function properly. And unfortunately, just like this one thumb that I was talking about, it's a lifelong thing. And so we just learn to compensate. I learned because of this thumb and losing the entire thing when I was 10, 12 years old, I have to keep this nail short for sure, or I am destined to lose this entire corner, and it won't just take the corner right here. It's gonna go way down here, and it's not fun and it's not pretty. And so my strategy has been to keep it short, and to also sort of file that corner a little bit more so that it won't do that. Gosh darn it. So there you go. That's the other reason. That's the only thing I can think is that somewhere in your life you did something and you don't remember it, and that's usually the way it is. Okay, Dolly says, you always say that water is the most evil chemical to your nails. Yes, evil. Would using an alcohol-based hand sanitizer be better than water and soap during the 3-day hydration challenge? It actually could be. I still, with using the restroom, I still probably would wash my hands, but make sure that you oil them right afterwards. So, and as long as you're not sitting there and lathering up like a doctor, I usually just wash my palms and tiny bit on the outside. Especially, and the only thing is that's the dirty part of the surface. And also, you guys, wrapping, if you've got tips and you wrap the base coat and top coat under your tips, you're going to find that dirt doesn't stick nearly as well. So it's a whole lot easier to keep these tips clean. So using the alcohol-based sanitizer, great in one aspect of, yes, killing all those germs and bacteria, but on the other hand is going to dry out your hands. A whole lot more. So it's a battle. MCAT says, I love you so much, and thank you so much for letting me win the Win It Wednesday too. I didn't let you win, you just did. We randomly select these, so congratulations on entering. doing the work and getting chosen. Good job. Can applying heat to the nail matrix make nails grow faster? I hope you're not talking about the hair dryer. But yeah, if you apply, like let's say you wanted to put, I think this is why the overnight hydration treatment works great, is because it's using all of the warmth of your hands overnight to have the products penetrate into your skin and your nails, and it does. It's going to warm up that matrix. So yes, that would work. What is the overnight hydration treatment? Shells, great question. So what that is, real quickly, and I have instructions over on, if you Google nailcarehq.com or My Bliss Kiss, it's on both of them. And then also the keywords of overnight hydration. Wait, I know for sure it's the art. Oh, it might not, sorry. Train of thoughts going bloop. So it's over at nailcarehq.com. I don't think we have it on our main website yet, but it is, it's there. You Google that and overnight hydration and you'll find the article. But like, real quickly, slather your nails with oil, put lotion stick on your, or some sort of lovely balm, not a typical lotion. You don't want anything that has water in it, because that's just going to make you sweat and get slimy, and it doesn't penetrate. And so you apply those, you apply nitrile gloves or latex gloves, like the hospital kind, and then you go to bed. And the first couple of times you do it, you're probably not going to get the greatest sleep, but it only took me like 2 nights to get used to having gloves on to where I could ignore it and stay asleep. And you wake up and I swear it's amazing. Your hands feel like butter. It's just so soft, and you'll start to know if you've got tips. They're especially towards the top of the tips. They will have turned transparent, and what that means is that the oil has penetrated through all of the layers. And the reason that I know that is because the reason you have a pink nail bed, what you're seeing is the nail bed. And why are you seeing that? It's because your nail is transparent. The oil and the water that come from your nail bed is making that nail transparent. And as soon as it leaves, it's no longer getting that nourishment. And then it starts to dry out, which is why they turn white. And so this whole thing of coveting really bright white tips is, we've got it all backwards. Why are we coveting something that is so dry? And I think that's because people have never ever understood really what's going on and why they're clear and then why they turn white or off-white, depending on if your tips are off-white, they're a creamy color or a slightly yellow color, that's just you. Or it could be from lots and lots of beautiful colors of nail polish. But if you don't really wear nail polish and you still have yellow tips, that's most likely not a health issue. It could be, but most likely it's not. It's just you. It's just the way your body makes nail cells and the color. Just like I have brown hair, some of you have blonde hair, red hair, dark hair, all of that. We all make different pigments of things. So it's not a big deal. And for me, especially yellow nails because you get, especially if you're wearing polish regularly, you're gonna get that gradual yellow staining that goes out farther and gets darker as you get to your tips. But you know it's from polish if when you take your polish off, this section back here, so the first third, will be nice and clear, and then you'll start to notice that it gets yellower and yellower, and that's just from polish. So because the nail back here hasn't had enough layers of polish, but as it's growing out, you've had layers and layers and layers of polish, and the little pigments get into the top surface. So it's no big deal because we're going to cover it up with more beautiful colors. Don't worry about it. So I answered the overnight hydration. Can you do the mini hydration with nail polish? No. You have to have naked nails for the oil to penetrate. If your nails are polished, the oil will penetrate into just the very, very top surface, and it will help prevent premature cracking of your polish, because as we wash our hands and all of that stuff, we are also drying whatever product is on our nails. So especially with acrylic and gel, it's very easy for those to dry out and to start to crack. You'll get all these little cracks that tend to go this way. And that's because our nails are flexing, and as they dry out, the product doesn't flex nearly as well. And gel is better at flexing than acrylic is, and polish is even better at flexing than gel, in my opinion, because it's thinner. So mini hydration must be naked, just like the 3-day hydration must be naked. It will not go through the polish and penetrate to the nail plate. Nails by Megan, yes, you are the one. Yoo-hoo. Yeah, so that's probably why, Megan, it's just because they're short. And what I love, love, love about you, Megan, is that you make really, really great videos. I love the designs, and what you do is you bring normalcy to the majority of people who have short nails. And some people have to keep short nails because of their job, but they're allowed to embellish them. I could not take a job where I was not allowed to polish my nails. There's some jobs out there, I don't get it. Like, they're not even allowed to wear clear polish. It's just wrong. Anyway, so Megan, thank you. You're doing a great service to the nail community, because you are showing that it is physically possible to do really cute and really cool nail art on short nails. And the other thing is that they are well manicured. I think sometimes you have them shorter than your actual fingertip, and it's just, I love you. I love you. Sky Imagery says, my nail polish chips more when my nails are longer. They bend easier, and my polish chips. That, my dear, is you doing things that your nails don't like. If you're bending your nails a lot, then it means you're going through life too fast. You're doing too much, not really, like, I actually slow down for everything. And it's not like I'm slow like a sloth or a turtle. It's just literally, rather than going in and grabbing a door, I will deliberately slow down just a little bit so that I know exactly where my hands are going and my nails are not getting touched. It's learning a different way of going through life. You don't want your nails to be bending that much. You want that polish, and you want the oil to be there to strengthen them, so that when you do have that accidental whack, they're gonna bend. But you don't want them bending all the time. Microwave mustache. I have this teal polish, and whenever I wear it, it stains my nails blue. And you do wear a base coat. So this is a good thing. Base coat minimizes staining. It doesn't get rid of it. It doesn't prevent it. And that's the hard part, is everybody, like top coats, everybody wants one that doesn't shrink and one that doesn't blur nail art. And then base coats, they want one that'll minimize or get rid of all staining. It's just not possible. Well, why do we get nails stained if we're using a base coat? So the base coat helps because it's a couple of layers between the color and your nail plate. Great. But what happens is, the way people typically remove polish is that they'll put acetone or non-acetone. Acetone's better, works faster. Non-acetone's not so good. It takes longer, so it's more drying. But anyway, people will do that, and they will rub back and forth until they get the polish dissolves. Okay, so now you've dissolved pigments, oftentimes like beautiful blues and greens and reds and purples, and black is challenging too. So if you're sitting there rubbing and rubbing and rubbing, you are driving the pigments. You're also dissolving the base coat, but it's now all of these pigments and everything is dissolved, and you're sitting there driving those pigments into the layers. And I have a picture of, hold on, what those healthy layers look like. I've got so many of these that I got to figure out how to organize them. Corey tells me, it's like, you've got to organize these so it doesn't take so long to find. And I swear it's like the very last one, it seems like. The one that's in the middle. Anyway, so your nail cells, let's try and not get the light glare. See how they lay together all nicely? But do you see how there's these gaps? and that's what we're doing, is we're driving those microscopic particles into your nail plate, and so it can stain. Now, I also have other so one of the great ways of removing it is using my soak and swipe technique, and you can find the video on how to do that on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/C as in channel /Bliss Kiss, and you can also put in there, look up soak and swipe, and so that's where these nail clips, and what happens is you soak a piece of cotton, you put it on your nail, put the clip on, let it sit for 30 seconds up to 3 minutes, depending on whether you're wearing glitter and stuff. You open the clip, and then what you do is you grab with firm pressure and you slide everything off. So there is no driving the pigments. Now, you can still have stains. And the way that happens is because companies, and Doug Schoon wants to say, hey, that's Kirsten.
Hi,
hey. I will introduce you to Kirsten in just a second. So, clips. See, she's cute, and I've lost my train of thought now.
Clips and Doug Schoon
and
something. I missed it. Sorry.
Not driving the pigments. Oh, I was talking about how do you still get nail staining, and some of it is just the inexpensive pigments. But Doug Schoon has said, oh, you should just use salon quality polishes and that'll never happen. Yeah, no, not so true. I have some very expensive OPIs and other ones, and they stain too. So, okay. I want to introduce you guys to my best friend, Kirsten.
I didn't know I was going to be on camera today, so.
Sorry, that's okay. You still look cute. Okay, so Kirsten is the mastermind behind starting, first of all, the Bliss Kiss Challenge, the Get Naked Challenge. And so that has changed lives.
It was so fun. Oh my gosh. So when Anna first started business, like we would meet together and have coffee and lunch and stuff and just brainstorm, because that's what we do, because we're nerds.
Yes.
And so we were sitting there at the Panera.
Oh, that's right.
It was at the Panera, and we were talking about, you were talking about, well, when you get naked, you need to, I'm like, you get naked! And so it's like, we ran with that, and we're laughing, and we're giggling, and being slightly inappropriate, and then some other lady came over and started talking to us, and I think she was trying to sell us some of her MLM something.
Yeah, direct selling bags, handbags and stuff.
That was random.
Like, I know. Well, we have a lot of random.
It was fun. All of the stuff that we create for you guys is so fun. Like, we have like nerd sessions and get together and we giggle and
yeah. So Kirsten has started the Nail Biters group on Facebook, and also the Skin Disorders group, where we've done 2 trials and people are getting really, really great results. And so we've opened up these, they were private groups, because when they were first doing it, we're like, okay, these are really, really sensitive pictures that people are posting, and they're being very open and raw. And so because of the great results, we've been able to open the groups, and they're still closed.
They're closed, so this means that anything that you share won't show up in your feed. So you have to request to join. So just go to, when you search it, so if you go to, what I'd love for you to do is go to myblisskiss.com/healthy-nails or /healthy-skin and sign up for those challenges. It's free to participate, but that way when you sign up for that, you'll get access to all the videos and the ebooks and the instructions and stuff that we've compiled for you, and then you can stay in the loop and you can participate in the challenge to win $75, $25, and $10, which is exciting.
Yeah,
so
very.
The groups are really great. It's free to participate in the groups. Again, we're monitoring it and keeping it a nice, safe, supportive environment, because this is a sensitive, and you guys would be so proud of me. So I just drove from my place, and if I wouldn't have had my nail file and my oil in my car, I would have bitten the crap out of it, but I didn't. So I was a responsible adult today.
Yes.
Anyway.
And you know what? She said today.
Today.
And that's very, very important. For all of us who are dealing with biting and picking skin, I am a skin picker. My husband, he bites, and it doesn't matter whether it's skin or his nails. And I talked about before, he's one of those, if it gets slightly jagged, he goes like this, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he says, I'm trying to even it out. And I'm like, that's never going to happen without a nail file. So,
and if there's anybody in our tribe who is musically inclined, when we were brainstorming and coming up with the picker and hacksaw and all of those things, I started, of course, because I sing songs at inappropriate times, started singing the types of biters and pickers that we came up with to the Steve Miller Band. He's a picker. He's I don't even remember. So anyway, if anybody's musically inclined and wanted to collaborate with us
that would be fun.
Creating this theme song for the nail bite group,
that would be fun.
I'd love to get that going. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got like 9 minutes left. I was going to talk about the company values, and we've got like 10 of them, and how that shows up in our company, but I think I'll do it tomorrow because there's no way I'm going to get through it. Plus, I wanted you guys to meet Kirsten because she is the brains, literally, the brains behind all of these kind of things, and because she loves studying about the brain and how the hormones work and so she's able to really get into both of the groups and really sort of talk about the psychological stuff that's going on, and we're both in there to support you. So this is a good question. Why did Simply Nailogical stop using your products, and did your partnership stop? Yeah, that's a great question. So Simply Nailogical, for those of you who don't know, her name is Christine, and she's got, oh my gosh, like 4 million followers now on YouTube. Yay! So Christine came to me when she was just kind of starting out her blog, and she said, I want to know how to get more traffic to my blog. How do I because she's affiliate of so many different kinds of products, because she wanted to make money with it. Had that full intention from the beginning. And so we talked about how do you maximize, how do you let people know that you have these products that you love that you've become an affiliate with. So I worked with her and helped her do that. And then when we started our affiliate program, she joined and just started using the products and featuring them in her videos, because that's what she does. She finds products that she loves. And from what I've heard is that she is potentially working on her own cuticle oil, which does not surprise me at all. And I'm really, really proud of her. I mean, like, how do you get to 4 million followers? She's done some really, really good strategic moves of working with, creating alliances with other YouTubers and doing cross-posting, and then that's how you get a whole lot more followers. And so she's done a great, great job. It reminds me of, because I would be really curious of how she is going to source her products, because I know for sure that Christine does not have time to be sitting there and filling little pens. That ain't gonna happen. So she's gonna find a company that's gonna do what she needs to do. And so that just brings me to the fact that there's so many products that are made in China, and they're cheap. They use very, very inexpensive oils, and when you can buy an entire gallon of something that they call a nail and cuticle oil for $3 compared to one of our ingredients, our most expensive ingredient is jojoba wax ester, and it's $100 per gallon. So, and that's just one of the products. So for me, it's very, very important that and I really, really like supporting companies where the products are made in the United States. And so everything that we personally manufacture, so our lotion stick, our lip balm, our oil, it's all made in our 2,000 square foot warehouse here in Olympia, Washington. And so we take great pride in the fact that we are the ones who are actually making it. The liquid latex is manufactured in the United States. We've sourced it from there. And another thing, so that's...
I have an interjection. So, and this has nothing to do with Christine or anything else, but one of the gals in our nail bite group, Laura, I hope you're okay with me sharing this.
Yeah, she's
okay, great. So Laura posted, was it a gel? It was some product. I think it was a cuticle remover, something that she got from China. Doesn't have a product ingredient list. It tore her skin up. Oh my gosh, I like gasped when I saw this with how bad it was, and I was also initially angry because how irresponsible is that for a company to just put something out there that, you know, can do such damage to people. So in any case, when you buy from us, and that's something that we're super, super passionate about, is like, this is our guinea pig in chief, right?
I'm the science experiment.
Yes.
Hello.
So, you know, it's like, we don't sell anything that we can't tell you what's in it. And we're very, 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 it's so important. It really is, because we understand how sensitive this is, and we understand what kind of damage that some other product can do, especially if you already have eczema or another skin disorder or something else going on. We don't want to add to the problem. We want to solve the problems.
Yeah.
So there's my interjection.
Okay. She's good at interjecting. Megan, there you are. Polish tips mostly on the tips, so there we go. Your short nails, you're able to grab stuff. Let's see. Oh, look, I've got more time than I thought. So,
I didn't ramble.
I'm down to 4 minutes, so oh, microwave mustache. It says it's really nice because I live in California and your products come so fast when I order from our website. Oh, and since we're gonna wrap up here pretty soon, and I will write down those darn questions. I'm so sorry I didn't do it yesterday. But we have today and tomorrow of our semi-annual sale at myBlissKiss.com, and everything is 15 to 40% off. We've got the manicure mat 40% off, and then also all of our Simply Peel. We want to keep.
And you get an extra 10% off when you sign
That's
up
right.
for a newsletter.
I was about to go there. So if you go to myBlissKiss.com, you can sign up for the newsletter, get that 10% off, that extra 10% off your entire order. So that ends tomorrow at midnight.
Yeah,
11:59
Pacific time.
So go to timezoneconverter.com to find out when that is in your time zone. And just so you guys know, we have, I think, still seven golden tickets to give away. And last I heard, the $75 one has not gone out yet. So there's still time.
Yep.
I'm so excited for you guys.
Can I answer some real quick?
Yes.
Okay, Grant, are your nail oil pens refillable? Short answer, no. We buy them as single use from the manufacturer. Longer answer, go to YouTube and search for your shorter answer. Go to YouTube. There are people who are super clever, and I've refilled pens. Some of them break right away, some of them don't. We can't guarantee it, but yes. Next one. I just have a comment.
This is Natasha.
My sister just had a manicure done last week. I don't know what the lady did to her 2 fingers. That skin around her finger is red and swollen.
She hit it with a file.
Ouch.
That's what she did. So either she was using a manual file, you know, what we're used to, or she was using an e-file, electronic file, which is the drill. And so a lot of times when they're trying to smooth out the gel, the acrylic, they can't help it. They're gonna hit that skin and they're gonna shred it. And yeah, it hurts and it gets red and swollen.
Oil.
And
It
yeah,
helps.
and use our oil.
It helps. My son just got stitches because he hit a rock with his head, and I put the oil on, and his scarring is going away very nicely, and he's healing quite well.
Yeah.
So it's great for healing.
Okay.
Love your shirt.
Yeah, thank
it's
you.
very cute.
I like
it's
it.
floofy.
Yeah, I got it in Hawaii and it was
like it.
ridiculously expensive. It was $50 for this, and I wanted to buy like 6 of them. Every design was beautiful, and anyway, I was like, I got one.
Hey, Sky Imagery products come fast as well. Woo, woo.
Woo, yeah.
Excellent. Grant, a lot of people refill them. Yes. Thank you. They are refillable.
Rhea.
Thank you, Rhea.
Thank you.
Hi, Anna. I think my body genetics is what's causing nails to peel. Mine peel like mad. Like they have to get past a certain length. So if they're short, like this is the longest that my nails have probably ever been. And I just had to, this one broke. But they peel like mad. And so for me, and I know like Anna and I've had discussions about this, I'll use my crystal file and I'll just file very gently the edges of them where they're peeling, so that I can at least stop the peeling, and I keep oiling. For me, nail polish actually increases my peeling, so I've actually stopped wearing base coat while I'm growing my nails out, and just keep them hydrated with the oil and avoid water as much as possible, and that helps.
Yeah.
But, peeling is just something that I think I get to deal with.
And remember when I said that some people like to be greasy with our products?
Girl.
She's the greasy girl.
Anna's always like, oh, and I'm like, grease me up like a pig at the state fair. Woo woo.
Oh,
So, yeah.
I have this white spot on my nail. Should I be worried? Microwave mustache. Does it? Where did you get that name?
I think that's great. Is it like the wax to remove your mustache, or like do you get a mustache that has adhesive that you warm up in the microwave before you apply?
I don't know. If it looks like this, okay, so if it's a white spot like that, let me try and get away from the glare of my 3 lights that are blinding me. So if it's this white spot, what that is it's a bruise. It happens before, it's like when you've like whacked somewhere around your matrix, and during that production of those nail cells, once they reach past the nail plate, the cuticle line, they don't turn clear. And so it just is a bruise, and unfortunately you don't remember when you did it because it's usually 4 to 6 weeks before.
Join the Nail Bite Pig group and send us the picture. We'll take a look.
Yeah. So go to blisskiss.com / healthy nails. Sorry. Will you make summer pink sugar scented lip balm? I will not, because those are fragrance oils, and you have to use lip balm oils for edible. It has to be edible. And one of the things that biters like about our oil is that it tastes terrible.
It doesn't stop me.
Yeah, you're weird.
We know that. It's
Yeah.
well established.
We do have a few people who actually like the taste of it, but most of us don't like it. And it doesn't taste good. So,
Spots. You guys are good.
you guys are
Look
good.
at them. Oh,
Rhea's
you guys
like,
are
those are bruises. Let it grow out. Be more
it could
careful.
also be a fungus. There's always that chance. But if it's just one white spot, it's not likely. It's most likely a bruise.
Yeah. And fungus is, that's a whole different story. It tends to look very, very, very different. If you have a different kind of looking white spot, sometimes that can be caused by just a little bit of too much acetone, and it's sort of pushing those layers apart. But it's very, very, very difficult for our nails to absorb acetone, again, because they're dead and they're really, really tight layers. And it's...
I feel like we need a song for Your Nails Are Dead. Nails are dead.
This is what I hang out with.
This is what she has to deal with. You should see our team meetings. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the shifts in the colors. I'm wondering if that's my earrings or if that's my top. Grant, I'd love to win a pen so I would be able to refill it for easier application. I'm currently using an old nail polish bottle, and it's really hard to get the oil out. You know what? That's a really good thing of why I don't have them in nail polish bottles. And one was because when we did, a lot of people were spilling them. Their children, there's my 2 minutes. Our children, little toddlers would open them up, dump them all over everything.
So fun.
Yeah. So, and I felt people were just using too much when I was seeing before and after pictures, and I was like, wow, you guys are way too greasy, just way too much. And I know it sounds weird, but I don't want you to use the product that much. I want you to use just the right amount. Thinner is less, more often is better than more, less often. So I hope that helps. Okay, 1:26.
Good vibes. Yes.
Good vibes for my house?
Yes.
I don't remember what that's.
According to Indian Bachu, so Feng Shui.
Feng Shui, yeah.
Thank you so much. Well,
You guys are awesome.
Guys, yeah. Look at all those hearts. It's so
I know,
pretty.
doesn't it? It just makes you happy. It's like, oh, I'm talking about the right
Black
stuff.
lines. Tiny black lines. Oh.
You, Laura, you're going to have to, let's see, you're in our group. The little black lines that, do they go both directions? They tend to go this way. They're called splinter hemorrhages, and they're a different kind of bruise, but they are like
There's
basically
an article,
blood.
Nail Care HQ.
I have?
You have a black spots article.
Oh, I did. See, I've written so many articles, I can't keep them all straight. So 34 seconds. If I cut off, that's why. It doesn't ever cut off at just the right spot. So Laura, send me a picture from up in Facebook. Can you oil your hands too much? Nope. Got 20 seconds.
You can waste oil, but you can't oil too much.
Right. Okay, I'm going to write down the rest of the questions. Again, email me if you have any issues. If you think there's an article I haven't written, find me on Facebook, YouTube, Nail Care. Hey, it's Anna. I've written over 70 nail care articles that you can find at nailcarehq.com. And if you're looking for products that will help you have longer, stronger nails, visit myblisskiss.com. Be sure to push the subscribe button and turn on notifications to get alerted when I publish more videos. This is Anna, signing off and sending you bliss.